Today we're talking about something very important, puff puff. We all love it, well, some of us. But sometimes things go wrong with puff puff. Before I got puff puff right, you guys, it took months and months of trial and error. My family suffered. They ate rubbish puff puff. Like your puff puff might turn out to be flat, rock hard, or just not as sweet as you expected. But don't worry, today I've got you. I've got like 5 common mistakes people make when they are trying to make puff puff and how to fix it. So if you're a puff puff lover, let me know in the comment section. I have puff puff recipes that you should definitely try. I'm going to link it in the description box. But if you want to see the 5 common mistakes people make with their puff puff, keep watching, click the like button, subscribe, and let me see your comments. So mistakes people make: adding too much flour. I know that you want your puff puff to be thick, you want a thick batter, but if you add too much flour, your puff puff will be heavy and then it will be dry. The batter should be slightly loose but not watery, kind of like pancake batter. I'm going to put the recipe and measurements for my puff puff in the description box so that when you use that recipe and you try it out, it gives you perfect puff puff. Just make sure that you follow the instructions. Do not use too much flour. Another mistake people make when trying to make puff puff is using cold water. Yeast is the life of your puff puff. If you use cold water, the yeast will not activate properly and your puff puff will not rise. Instead, use warm water, not hot water, warm water. Think about the kind of water you can use to bathe a baby. That kind of water. Not too hot, not too cold. It is just right. Another mistake people make is when they don't have enough salt or sugar in the batter. Like, what is puff puff without enough sugar? It's just fried dough. Balance is key. Make sure that you use the right ratio of sugar and salt. This is to make sure that you get that perfect sweet, salty taste. If you perhaps make the puff puff without adding sugar, you can kind of do a situation where you have powdered sugar and then you roll your puff puff in the powdered sugar after frying. That is not the typical way, but you can also try that method. Let's say you forgot to add the sugar while you were mixing the batter. Another common mistake people make when they're trying to make puff puff is they don't mix the batter. You have to mix the batter till it is stretchy and a bit smooth. I used to skip this step before and I used to wonder what was wrong with my puff puff. I'm like, what was going on? But it was this particular step I was skipping. So make sure you just mix everything together. You can use whisk. Some people use their hands, or you can use a spatula like I'm doing, or you can use a mixer if you have one. Just mix it till it is smooth and stretchy, and then you allow your puff puff to go to the next stage, which is the next mistake I'm going to be talking about. Mistake number 2 is not letting your dough rest. When you're making puff puff and you've mixed the dough, patience is key. If you do not give your dough enough time to rise, your puff puff will be dense and flat. Let it rest at least 45 minutes in a warm place so that it can double in size. Trust me, your puff puff will be soft and airy. Sometimes I put my puff puff in the oven. No, I don't turn it on. No. Or in the microwave just after like reheating something. There was a time I put my puff puff in a plastic bowl and I put it in the oven just after like baking something. I came back and the whole bowl of plastic was melted. I learned my lesson, and since then I don't use plastic containers for mixing my puff puff. I use glass. and I keep it in a warm place, not a hot place. Another mistake people make is when frying your puff puff. You fry it at the wrong temperature, right? If your oil is not hot enough, kind of like cold, your puff puff will soak up the oil and it will be greasy. So you have those puff puff that it looks like it's just oil you're eating, like it's so disgusting. And if your oil is too hot, the outside of your puff puff will burn, it will brown, but the inside will still be raw. That one is just nasty. Try to keep your oil at medium heat. Test it with a small drop of butter. If it floats and sizzles, then you know that you are good to go. That is what I always do. I always have my first batch of puff puff for testing, kind of like pancake as well. And then after the first batch, every other thing just goes smoothly. And that's it, guys. These are my tips for making perfect puff puff. If you've made any of these mistakes, don't worry, you are not alone. I get tons of messages every day, like from people making puff puff all over the world, and they're like, Yemi, this happened to my puff puff, what's the matter? So I'm addressing your concerns in this video. Make sure you try these tips. Let me know how your puff puff turns out. You can always send me an email, DM me. If you try your puff puff and your puff puff turns out great, please, I want to see pictures. Tag me on social media. And if you are having challenges, send me messages as well. When I see it, I will respond. I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to click the like button. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe for more delicious content. And if you want more Nigerian recipes, soup recipes, daily recipes, don't forget to download my cookbooks. They are linked in the description box. You can download them to your phone. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.